Hey co-reporters, Wendy Williams' trifling ex-husband Kevin Hunter is coming forward to talk about her ongoing issues. You know, it's very obvious to us Wendy watchers that ever since her divorce, things have really hit the fan with her, and she's gone on a very steep downward spiral ever since. And so her ex-husband Kevin, who, you know, is the reason for their divorce, he stepped out on her throughout, you know, the majority of their marriage, and then, you know, had an outside baby on her and everything. Well, he's coming forward, and first of all, he apologizes for all of the pain that he caused to her and other people, you know, presumably their son and anybody else involved in her family. And then he tries to act like he was this hero, the glue, you know, keeping her together all this time. He's like, you know, like, as you could see by the way that she's been ever since, like, you know, our divorce and stuff, if she would have flourished, y'all would have said one thing, that I was the one holding her back or whatever, but you see how she's gone. So what does that tell you? I'm going to stay silent on that, but what does this tell you, the way that she's gone since our divorce? As if to say I was the hero in her life all this time, I was her handler, etc., when the streets had been saying for years that this man had been cutting off all of her friends, and we saw it, right? Like, her friendship with Charlemagne the God was over because of Kevin. Charlemagne said that. Her friendship with a lot of other famous people was over. And then after their divorce, a lot of these people started coming to her show and telling her that they wanted to be around her, but they couldn't all this time, right? So I don't buy that. But then he goes on to disclose some stuff about her health situation. We all know there's been a lot of stories, a lot of rumors about the state of Wendy's mental and physical health. Well, Kevin is saying that her handlers, her management team, have put her in a life and death situation at some point. You know, medical officials were supposed to come to Wendy's apartment to give her medical care, but her team refused to allow them entry. And Kelvin is saying that as a result of this, Wendy needed to have 2 blood transfusions. I don't know what the issue was, that, you know, why the management team would not allow medics to see Wendy and why she ultimately needed 2 blood transfusions allegedly, but that is what he's saying. And he says, and I quote, "If it wasn't for my son and myself stepping in, that's it. They, being the management team, are responsible for almost seeing her life come to an end," being Wendy Williams. Listen, this man is a skilled liar. You have to be a skilled liar and a creep to live a double life the way that he did for several years, and to have an outside child with somebody, you know, while you're married. So I'm not taking everything he says at face value. To me, it seems like he is trying to rehabilitate his image and position himself as some sort of a savior more than anything. So I am taking it all with a strong grain of salt at the end of the day. Wendy even talked about the nature of their relationship and how domineering and, you know, abusive this man could be at times. So read between the lines on him. Don't take him at face value. But that is just a little bit of tea for us today. What do you guys think about this story about Wendy allegedly needing 2 blood transfusions and her management team not allowing the medics to get to her so that she can be taken to the hospital for the situation? And Kevin coming out all of a sudden with this story anyway. What was his motive for coming out with this story? Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.